Alright, we are on our horseback riding tour. This is my horse. Come on.
Ellos son todos.
My name is Humberto, so welcome here, and I will be the person who explains to you everything about coffee, honey, and rum. Do you like rum?
Yes.
Okay, if you come with me, please. You can see it again. It is just a bush. You know, coffee is not a big tree. It's about 2.5 meters, 3 meters. It's the common size of a coffee plant. First, important is to plant it in mountain region. Altitude is good for coffee. Most of the coffee all over the world, it is planted in mountain area. The weather in high places is the perfect for coffee. And the other thing that coffee needs, shade. So it's common that inside a plantation, people plant another kind of bush or tree a little bigger to give a shade to coffee. Okay, so when you plant coffee, you need a tropical region, altitude, and shade. Those are the characteristics of a coffee. Now we are beginning the season. If you see here, close, the new beans are coming. New beans and new flowers also. And they will... No, I want to show you this. It is by hand. That is not a machine to get the coffee beans, yeah. But it is by hand, not only here, everywhere in the world. There is no country so far that made a machine to get the coffee beans. So it's people, the ones who get. You need to select only the ones that are ready. And the green beans, you let it in the plant until they get ready. And it is when you take it. So it is a slow process that it lasts until November, more or less. It's the season to get the coffee bean. The first we do with the beans, dry it. This is the coffee inside when it is dry. This is the natural color of a coffee bean. So, but when we dry the coffee, there are two different ways. You can peel it and dry it, or you can dry it and peel it. If you peel it first, it's faster to dry. You remove the skin, you get only the bean inside, and you make it faster. But if you have a machine, like in a factory, for example, it is even faster, right? So what happened? Big industries in the world, big factories, when they process the coffee, when they dry it, they peel it, because it is a faster way to do it. You know that coffee, nowadays, it is considered the most popular drink in the world. Imagine that it is more than Coke or beer or all these drinks.
Agua.
No. Water is something you need. It is not in that group. No, it are drinks that are created by the man, okay? And coffee is the most popular. So they need to process a lot. They need to do it quickly. They peel it. They peel it with a machine. It is not by hand. And they dry it also with the machine. So it makes the process really fast. Here, we don't have machine. So when we dry the coffee, we keep the skin. I don't have any with the skin. So we keep the skin here. The skin, after 3 weeks, that is the time we need, shrinks a little bit because of the sun and turns into black. And it is when we peel the coffee, after we dry it. We use something that we call pilon. Pilon is similar to a pestle and mortar. You know what is a pestle and mortar in the kitchen? You know
Pestle and mortar.
Oh,
a
Yeah,
mortar? Yeah.
Like when you make
use for
mojito.
Spices. Oh yeah, that's similar what you use for mojito. Imagine what we use for mojito, but big. Yeah. And made of wood. It is not a metal piece, it's wood. Mainly the trunk of a palm tree. We get all the inside and make a shape like a mortar. And you put the beans inside, and with the upper part you smash the coffee to break the skin. The skin has 2 layers. The one that turns into black, and this one that is inside the bean. Both are easy to remove. So this is the coffee bean, and this is part of the skin. You see? So you heat it slowly, you break the skin, and the coffee bean is like a little stone. So it doesn't break so easy, right? So slowly you hit it and you break it. But later inside the pilon you will have skin and beans. So we need to separate this because we don't use the skin, we use only the beans. So we do it one by one. Do you believe me? Really? No, it is impossible. Imagine a big pilon and you take bean by bean out. No.
This guy is playing with
I
us.
was joking. We use the wind. Skin is lighter. With the wind, it's easy to blow it away. So it's easy. You get everything with a jar, you put a nylon on the floor, and with the wind you let it fall. So the wind blows away all the skin. The skin goes to the land as a natural fertilizer, and we get the coffee beans. That is what we need to roast later. So here is when coffee gets aroma, color, taste, after you roast it. So in our case, a big pot, firewood and fire. Low fire, try not to burn it. And it is easier.
Like Starbucks. They burn all their coffee beans.
Not like Starbucks.
They burn it. It's all
Yeah,
bitter.
yeah.
Yeah.
In our case, we use low fire, try not to burn it, right? And it is easier to control aroma, color, taste in the coffee. But also when you use too much fire, you roast it faster, quicker, but only outside. Inside is raw, it's not good. So that's why low fire is required. And the most important part, stir it, move it all the time. It is about 30-40 minutes. Coffee should be like this. Good aroma.
Can you smell?
Yeah,
Smells good.
yeah.
Folgers? No,
Yeah.
just kidding. Better than Folgers.
So we roast it a little dark because we like it strong.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. For example, in a fat.
But not bitter. Strong but not bitter.
But what happened? What is the difference? Our coffee with the coffee that is industrial. That we dry the coffee with the skin. And what makes the difference in the coffee, in the taste? The coffee, when it is natural, it is sweet.
Okay.
Coffee is not bitter. When it is like this, when it is
No, I just
skin-
say bitter because like in Starbucks, I think they roast it too long. They give it a bitter.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But in our case, as coffee is sweet when it is natural, and you dry it with the skin, the liquid you let it inside because it has a liquid that is sweet inside the coffee bean. So at the end, when you are drying the coffee, the bean absorbs this nectar of the coffee, and at the end it's less bitter than normal coffee produced in any industry in the world.
Okay.
Yeah, and it is because of that, because coffee is sweet. Most of the people think that coffee is bitter, because at the end it is bitter.
Yeah.
But when it is natural like this, if you have the opportunity to taste it, I don't have too much, but if you have the opportunity to taste it, you can try it. It is not bad. It's sweet. And now, later when the coffee like this, grind it, and at the end, the Italian style. Mocha is the name in Italy. In Cuba, we say cafetera. It's very common in Cuba to make coffee all over the country. And you know how to use it?
Yeah.
No, you haven't seen it? You see
Yeah, no, I have.
it?
Yeah.
So the water is down here.
And the coffee in there,
Yeah.
and the pressure bring it to the
Bring-
top.
Yeah, that's it. The powder is here. I mean the ground coffee here. And when you close it, you put it on fire. The water with the pressure goes up through this. It's really good for espresso coffee. Strong, it's tasty, and it's really natural. And this is the common way we use to make coffee all over the country. It's very common. And this is the way that we work with the coffee in the farm. A little hard for us. No machine. Everything by hand. But this is the way we do it here. The next that I want to show you,
What, honey?
honey.
Okay.
Do you like honey?
Mm-hmm.
We have in Cuba, please, you can sit if you like. That's okay.
It's okay.
Oh, well, okay. In Cuba, we have two varieties of bees. We have Spanish bee, normal bee, yellow and black. The size is normal, like a normal bee. Produces a lot of honey. Beekeepers, they can domesticate it, so they can produce their own honey. That's why it's very common all over the country. And produces a lot of honey. Very important, profitable, right? But in this region, we have another variety. This one is wild. It is small, and it is characterized by some yellow spots in the head. We name it here earth bee. This kind of bee, first, doesn't have stink, so they don't stink. And secondly, they make the honey on the ground. They open holes on the ground like ants, so they get inside, and under the earth, they produce their own honey. The honey they produce is more liquid than normal honey, crystallizes less than normal honey. And we name it here earth honey. It is liquid from the ground. Yeah, you need to dig to find the honey down the earth. And down the earth, the beehive is different to the normal beehive. They use the earth, they mix it with the saliva from the bee, and they make what in books is named honey pots. It's like a round container made on earth, empty inside, and they fill it with the honey. And later they seal it. It is like this. Also, when you dig on the ground, what you see is a lot of eggs, small eggs, made on earth, and the honey is inside. This is the way they produce the honey. And it is liquid because concentration of wax, you know wax, and propolis is really high. That's why it makes the honey liquid. Very good for medical uses. You can find varieties in Australia, for example, similar to the one we have here. In Brazil, in the Amazon region, you can also find it. And also in Mexico, in the south, in the Yucatan Peninsula, down the south, you can find it also. You can find also this kind of bee. They are very popular because they use it for conjunctivitis. You know what it is?
For gingivitis?
Conjunctivitis.
No.
Conjunctivitis is in the eye, pink eyes, red eyes.
Oh, pink eye, red.
You know
The
what
honey is good for that?
they put earth honey
Yeah.
as a drop in the eye. When
They
have
put the honey in their eyes.
in their eyes. Yeah. And
Okay, if you ever get pink eye, just put some earth
but
honey
these
in
are
your eye.
This kind of honey, not all honey.
Earth honey, only earth honey
Yeah.
from,
In
where
Mexico,
am I? From Cuba.
No,
No.
the name of this bee is commonly known as stingless bee.
Stingless bee.
Stingless bee is the common name. And in Cuba, we use it for asthma treatment, skin problems, mouth infections, for example. But the most common use in Cuba is for
Sore throat.
Yeah, we mix the honey
With tea.
with the lemon juice
Oh, lemon.
and vitamin R. You know vitamin R? Not really? This is the best of all.
No, I know. No.
Really? You need to add it to your diet now.
What is vitamin R?
Vitamin R.
Rum.
Yeah.
I had a lot of vitamin R last night.
That's why you're healthy today. No, really. I was joking, but it is our vitamin R. Okay, no, but it is common, really. When we are kids.
And vitamin L.
What is vitamin L?
Lemon.
Lemon.
Mojito, right? Rum, lemon.
Yeah.
And mint.
No, but really, when we are young, lemon and honey. This is what our parents gave us. Yeah, you mix it, concentrate it, nothing hot, not water, not tea, just the lemon and the honey. You drink it in small portions, and it is good when you have sore throat, flu, cough, all this. But when we get older, the best medicine, vitamin R. Eat a bit, and it is good, very good in taste. And it is good for sore throat. And if you want to taste it, you want to try the honey? A drop here in your hand?
Yeah, sure.
It's really nice, it's sweet.
Is there a honey
It's clean.
in the hive here?
No, we don't have it here. No. It is in the...
Sorry. All right, wild honey. Sweet.
Delicious, yeah.
And good.
Yeah.
No sore throat today.
Yeah. And at the end, the last that I want to show you is this.
All right, vitamin R.
Yeah, this is a kind of rum that is produced in this region of the country. Only in Pinar del Rio City. There is only one factory to produce it, and it is here. It is a rum that is different because it is not only produced with the sugarcane alcohol like common rum. You know, the plant for rum is sugarcane. But only sugarcane. But in this case, this rum is a mix between sugarcane alcohol and guava fruit. You know guava, right? Pink inside, mossy. Yeah? This is a guava rum. But the difference is that the guava for the rum is not the guava we eat. It's another variety. Yeah, it's the same family, but another variety. The one we use for the rum only grows in this region of the country. The government tried to plant it in the rest of the country, and it doesn't work. And the guava is like this. So you see it in the bottle. It's a very small variety. It doesn't get bigger.
That's the size of the fruit?
This is the size of the fruit, yeah. And the name of the rum is Guayabita Del Pina. Guayabita in English is like a small guava, because the guava is small. And from Pinar because it grows here in Pinar del Rio City. It's 40% of alcohol. It is strong, but people feel it sweet when they drink it, smooth, right? And fruity. And the first production was in 1892. So 123 years old. And all these are medals. Medals in different events, competitions where the rum participated, and won because of the quality of the rum. The only problem of this rum is the fruit. No fruit, no rum. And the guava only grows in this region, so the production is not so big. And you don't find
So when you sell it, it have the fruit in the bottom?
every original bottle have a fruit in there.
So can you take that to a different country?
Yeah.
Or do they consider that fruit?
You can take it whatever you want. Yeah, it is sealed, it is produced by the government, and you can buy it in Cuba. Yeah. But only the problem is that it is only in this region of the country. And if you want to taste it, you want to try?
Sure. Do we want some rum?
No honey, but she wants to taste the rum.
Oh, you want?
No, this is un poco.
All right, here's the rum.
So this is government owned or?
Yeah, the government produces it. Yeah. There is only one factory, but it belongs to the government, and they
It
produce
is kind of sweet and smooth. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
tasty and aromatic. And this is what I wanted to explain to you. And I hope you learned something new here. And I hope you find it interesting. And thank you for your visit, really. Now, if you want, you can sit in the cafeteria. You can relax for a while. If you want to drink a coffee or a juice or something,
Okay.
you can do it. Or you can continue with your tour. I don't know what you have planned. Yeah.
Mhm.
So thank you very
Okay,
much.
thank you.